everyone. If you're watching us on YouTube and you're enjoying our top quality content creation, then hit that subscribe button now.
Yes, you know we love being content creators, and hitting the subscribe helps us continue all of this.
It's totally free and just takes a quick click of a button, so we have no excuse not to.
Right, it's enough of that. Should we crack on with the pod?
Let's do it, babe.
Forget Elf on the Shelf. Next year, won't rip with a whip.
As if he's bought a dog lead. Yeah. Wow.
I don't ever want to hear you say those words ever again. It's actually not me sick.
I do not want to hear you say that word again.
Sicko.
Stop it.
Sicko.
Wrong them.
Therapy Crouch After Hours has been cancelled. It's never again. Hello and welcome to Therapy Crouch Ask Us Anything.
That's my line, you bitch.
What a start that is.
Yeah.
That is an unbelievable start. I should just put a disclaimer in here. This is Therapy Crouch After Dark.
Yeah, baby.
So it's a nighttime record. We are having a glass of wine. Things will get loose.
Let's get a bit tasty tonight, yeah?
Go steady, babe.
Babe, you've just told me off for drinking me water.
Oh, fuck off, Abby.
She says the word water.
She's playing into it now, mate. That's got to be a play into that. She knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing there. But like
Peter.
before, I said to her off camera, off air,
Peter.
and water.
That's
She's gone like
aggravating
you know when people like when they crack America,
Yeah.
and they start having an American like a tone. Like, listen, I'm all for American people speaking like Americans. Scousers with transatlantic water is not.
Unless you're Stephen Graham, we're not interested.
It's not. Yeah, unless Stephen Graham's
Fucking
playing
love
a role.
Stephen Graham.
I know, he's great, isn't he?
You know, I mean, he could do an American accent, right? That's totally fine. If you want to say water in a film, that's totally fine.
I'm not saying it like an American. I'm saying water.
But you're
You know
just
you're doing.
why have you
I
developed
don't
that?
know
though?
what I'm saying.
Sorry, on the topic of Scouse actors and actresses, can I just say I've finally caught up on This City Is Ours. You just got me onto it, and I'm going to say one of the best things I've seen this year.
Yeah,
But easy.
yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
That lead, what's his name?
James Joyce. Fabulous.
Oh,
Sensational.
and you know what? It's made me feel very Scouse. You picked the call up to me today. I had that cap on, didn't I? Did you see? I was like that.
Ross, you didn't look Scouse. You look like some kind of Texan reject.
Well, I felt
you
very.
get your head kicked in walking around like a fool like that.
Would I? Lad, honestly, I've been bouncing the line bikes around London and threatening to pop wheelies on them.
What's a line bike?
Bouncing round the line bike. You'd get filled in. You'd get filled in.
I know. I'm aware of this. I am aware.
What is a line bike?
Exactly. You'd get filled in more than fair.
You'd definitely get filled in a lot.
They're like rent a bike. They're like Boris bikes with a lecky on them. Lecky.
Oh.
Like they're like them lecky bikes.
Listen to Ross.
I'd love an electric
Honestly,
bike.
I
Mate,
felt.
he's watched City's
I am-
Ours and he's frigging turned into
I swear down.
Look
I
at
am
him.
Mr. Scouse on a very
Fucking
Scouse day
hell,
in my
one of the
house.
Tocky crew.
Whoa. Hold
Lad, you
up.
behave yourself there, lad. You'll be getting shouted
Look
out
at him,
there,
he's watched
lad.
one little gangster documentary.
Scouse doctor.
Al Capone.
See that didn't glamorize.
No, it didn't.
That
it
for
didn't.
me.
No.
No, it's
I
gritty.
loved it. I really, honestly, one
I
of the,
always ended- it all
you
ends
guys
in
put me
tears.
onto it. I'll say, do you know what? One of your top tips, well, not top tips, top things about you two is you
Don't
do
eat
give
yellow
me,
snow.
yeah, you do give me good telly. You give me good views.
Good telly.
I'll say that. You
Yeah,
put me
we
onto,
watch
you
some
put me onto
good-
a lot of good stuff. You don't give bad recommendations. I hate.
Yeah, because we are down.
I know, but I hate
Oh,
it. You know when people give you
down
a
with the-
recommendation.
Freaking box sets.
We are down with the box sets.
Yeah, but you got kids. I mean, what else have you got to do? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
What's
Yeah.
that supposed to mean?
You're not doing anything else, are you?
No,
Just
no.
sitting there with the kids watching TV.
We're not. We live life to the full. Live, laugh, love.
yeah,
We do everything.
It's going to be a good pod, this one.
yeah.
You're on fire.
You just
anyway.
give me good telly. Like I've had mates who'll go, "Oh, watch this, it'll change your life," and you're like 2 seasons in, and you're like, "Is this gonna
I'm
fucking
not
start
feeling
changing
that
my life?"
Gangs of New York, though.
No,
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of London.
Gangs
it's
of
good.
London.
That's
Abby,
very good.
Do you know what? I agree. I
Alfie
agree with
loves
you.
it, but I just cannot.
Gratuitous violence, in my opinion. Gratuitous violence.
Agreed.
I turned it off after 2 series. I did. I really wanted to get into it because a lot of people were on the hype. It was X, Y, and Z. And I just thought,
Sorry, we've got
Apologies.
a gremlin.
Apologies. Sam.
Right there, Sam.
Sam's on sound. And he's
Got a book in there.
I don't even know what that noise was. What was it? Was that a sneeze? Wow. That was unbelievable.
It's all right, Sam. It happens. Don't worry.
Unbelievable.
No.
A little
Gangs
weasel's
of London,
got
no,
in the
I
room.
agree. Yeah, I turn.
Have you seen that Friends and Neighbours?
Jon Hamm? Is
Jon
he
Hamm?
the guy out of Bad Men or whatever it's called? But yeah, I've seen it. I didn't love it. The guy that robs all of his mates.
Yeah, Pete didn't love it either. I did.
I didn't love
He
it.
makes me feel funny, that guy.
Yeah, Jon Hamm.
I
think
don't
his
know
name is.
why.
I didn't love that. No.
He makes me feel a bit like,
Do you know what? I'm going to give you, and I think it's a good recommendation. The Studio. Have you seen that? Okay.
Yeah, I really want to watch that, but I'm not sure it's going to be Ab's vibe.
No,
Why, what's it
I'm going to
about?
disagree with you. I think it's more Ab's vibe than your vibe. And I've
What's
seen
it
the full
about?
series. So it's
it's anything to do with kids or murders, not into.
no. It's like
No,
it's fun. It's a comedy.
Oh,
Really.
no.
That's why I thought you weren't be into it.
I think you.
Hate
But
comedy.
it's very stylish. It's set in the present day, but they framed it as if it's like the 70s, and it's filmed. It's not on film, but it looks on film, and it's a homage to all these great movies and TV series from the past. Honestly,
Like that.
I think
I
I'd,
thought I
I'd
would have
really
liked it
love
more
it.
than you, but you
I
should
don't
watch it.
think-
What's
I
that
don't
thing
think I
that
would
we
like it.
watched?
They're only 20 minutes long, the
about
episodes.
the making of The Godfather.
Yeah, that's
That was
brilliant.
amazing.
That was really
What was that called
yeah,
again?
you did tell me that one.
I love him, that actor.
The
that's-
making of the God.
It's not on what-
What's it called?
I just don't love women comedians other than like Joe Brand's, French and Saunders.
Oh yeah, I love that.
That's about it.
Yeah. What brought you onto that subject? We talking about
And I think
making of the
comedy.
Godfather?
Watching,
No,
like,
but this is
women
not like
pretending
a
to be
laugh a
funny
minute.
at
This is not like a
night,
ha
and
ha.
This is exactly what we do here. But you're not a shit woman.
Nah, you're not.
You're a
You're not a
fantastic.
comedian.
You're a fantastic.
I'm all for women, but
Sorry,
you know.
I know we've detracted a lot
Yeah,
more
sorry.
the next meeting. But Abby, that studio is thing, and I will say your shout out is you give very good television recommendations. So
well,
well
I
done.
wish I would take
But
that
I love
compliment.
I love anything with Sean Bean.
Yeah,
I just
he's all
absolutely
right.
love him.
He's all right.
He's phenomenal.
He's good. He's good. Time. That was
That
great.
prison thing.
Time.
Oh, everything he does is so real. I like watching things that are real. Do you?
I agree. Yeah, totally. Should we get into the AMAs?
Yeah, sorry, I was about to say sidetrack there.
Yeah. Well, you know,
It
Pete's
became a
bored.
watch along almost, didn't it?
I'm not bored.
He wants to go to bed and watch The Zone or whatever you called it.
Studio.
The Studio.
No, honestly, you should definitely, all joking aside, watch that. You'll like that app.
I haven't.
It's
but
stylish.
we were struggling last night with something to watch. We've done everything, haven't we?
What did we end up with?
Maths.
You can't. We'll talk about that another time. Do
Because
you know what? A lot of people write
are you
into
on
us.
Mobland?
No, I haven't got into because I thought I didn't like Gangs of London, like you just said, and I
not
thought,
like
is
it.
that the same thing?
No.
And I chose not to get into
Mobland's
it.
great.
It's good.
Is it better than Gangs of London?
Oh,
yeah.
it's class.
Is it?
Very good.
Ask me anything.
Shabba. Absolutely love the pod. I only started listening in the last 6 months, but nearly caught up. My dad's a Scouser and is very poorly. We're back and forth to the UK to visit. He retired to North Wales and has very caring neighbours keeping an eye on him. When I visit, they always ask, are you our Hazel, our Susan or our Jean? As that's the way Dad refers to us. But it's amusing as his neighbour is South African. It made me wonder, as we watched the Champions League semi-final the other night, if anyone may think that the Arsenal manager's name is actually Teta, or
Arteta.
or if his family may refer to him as Arteta.
Funny.
Keep bringing the joy.
Arsene Wenger?
yeah, very good, Zap. That is fucking...
He's just called
Whoa! Where's she got that from?
N. Wenger.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Wenger,
R.
yeah, Sen Wenger.
Sen
Wenger.
Sen Wenger.
Sen Wenger.
Arsene Wenger.
So he's called Sen Wenger. That's unbelievable.
Nerissa.
Nieslot. Nieslot. Oh, Nieslot.
Yeah, these
Nerissa. Nerissa.
guys. I wasn't expecting you to
Nerissa?
pull those out your ass.
Yeah.
John Nerissa.
Yeah. Wow.
Nerissa.
Nerissa.
Very good. Very good.
Must be loads of them.
Yeah.
Never thought that. That'd be mad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You think about it.
I think she'll cover some more.
Yeah. Okay. PPS. I've just realised I've not asked you anything. So my question, Abby, in Yellowstone, do you think Rip would want to be with Beth if he
my
really
gosh.
saw how she acted with Jamie? Thanks for the joy. That's Hazel and Sammy Starr.
Jamie, a brother? Yeah.
He's a little rat him.
He's disgraceful.
Yeah, I don't know why she. I read this question and I left it in because of the Arteta thing and that made me chuckle. But
it's brilliant.
that PPS one, I'm going with you, Abby. Yeah, I think Rip would be well behind her.
I think that's the thing about narcissists. They make people feel sorry for them. And that Jamie's obviously a narcissist and that kind of weak facade he has. And, it wasn't me, and victim. when really he's a mastermind of all evil behind the scenes.
Nicely put.
So no, I don't feel sorry for him at all. Good riddance.
And yeah, you're not going to get any hate on Rip in this household.
I saw someone sent me this. I have loads of people sending me stuff about Rip on Instagram.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "Forget Elf on the Shelf. Next year I want Rip with a whip."
That's funny.
To be fair,
He has to laugh.
I was
Look at him. He has to laugh at
that is a
that
good
one.
one.
But no, I don't think
Give me
anyone.
bear for the wef.
Best for the what?
A wef.
It's a weft.
I don't know. It's Eric Finch, isn't it?
It's a weft.
Oh, sorry. Oh, bear for the weft. That would have been a great gag if I'd got the
Mate, do you know what the
weft
fact that makes it even funnier? The fact that I agree that you makes it even funnier.
You went, yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
It was niche. I don't really know what a weft is.
Mate, that's
But
fucking
I
cool.
know-
Hair.
I've heard-
Sometimes
I've
I
heard you
clip them
talk about
into
it.
my hair if I'm on a photo shoot. It's like a weft of hair that you can clip into your hair.
After all, what a weft, babe.
It's good
Yeah,
enough for
do you
J-Lo.
respect
It's good
it?
enough for
If
us,
you want
honey.
to rock a weft, you can.
I love a weft.
Okay.
I do. Big
Me
fan
too.
of it.
Me too.
Okay. Good evening, Abbey and Peter. Very formal. I was just wondering about the big man's view on hanky-panky the night before a sporting event. I used to play a wee bit of football years ago and would be very regimental about playing hide the sausage the night before a match. Now I'm a golf wanker, and on a Saturday night we had friends over. I had a few wines and bed about 12 a.m, knowing I've got to be up
12 a.m. I wouldn't say 12 a.m.
midnight.
Yeah, midnight.
I'd say
Yeah, I would say midnight.
yeah.
I'm just reading it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
go on.
reading that was written.
knowing that I'm up at 7 to get on the course for an 8:20 tee off.
7 hours sleep there, mate.
Yeah, totally. He needs to get it in, otherwise he won't play well. My beautiful, sexy wife, who had a few glasses, decided to come looking for a wee bit of action about 1:30
Go
a.m.
ahead, girl.
I said, no chance.
He's a jockey. No shot at
Oh, yeah. I
He's got
gathered
sweaty
that.
soccer.
That is so unusual.
Now,
Yeah.
she has put a restraining order on my haggis for 2 weeks.
Okay, call it.
Absolutely.
Call it.
There's a few telltale signs in there to teach me a lesson. Do you think I'm in the wrong? Regards, Mark. P.S. When you come into County Sligo golf course. P.S. I also feel your pain. We have curtains I'm not allowed to draw and a rug in my sitting room that I can't walk on. I like this fella a
Get him
lot.
on the pod. Get him on the
I'm
pod.
a huge fan of this man.
I think that's outrageous.
He's got. Listen, I totally get it. He's got an early tea time. He's going to bed quick, early. Well, it's not early. He's had a lovely evening. 12 o'clock. Let's call it. You know.
So I think if I don't even want to delve into this, but what is your opinions on? You know, I heard about this. Mike Tyson wouldn't kind of get into the funny business before a big fight and stuff like that. Is that a thing in the sporting world, P?
It is a thing in the sporting world, not for
but
golf.
you
though.
never stuck to that.
No, obviously not. You never look a gift horse in the mouth,
Yeah, agreed. Yep.
in
Okay.
my opinion.
Cool.
And I think
That explains a lot.
that's why I never got to the top of my profession.
That's why you were lifting the losers cup last week in the frigging paddle game.
Oh no. Sorry. So, but is that
Yeah,
a thing
but
in
wait,
football?
No, very much so. Like, obviously, you don't want a marathon tantric session the night before a game.
Shut up.
But I think, I wouldn't have been drinking.
Spit it
the night-
out.
I wouldn't have
There's
been
give and
drinking.
take. There's give and take.
No, I just think sometimes, that
Give, take, give,
you've got-
take.
Bit it up.
No, I just think you've got to, you can't. As a man, it's hard to turn that down. I would suggest,
Agreed.
If I went
especially
to
in
bed,
golf.
if I
It's golf.
For amateur golf.
Listen,
You go for it.
it's
son.
amateur golf, mate. You get right stuck in.
Get your socks on, lads.
Yeah.
the thing is, it's like if I went to bed at midnight and you came to bed at 1:30 and tried to come near me, I'd be like, go away.
Yeah.
But if it was the other way around, and you went to bed at 12 and I came to bed at 1:30 and tried to,
Oh mate. Yeah.
I'd be more awake than
It could be. Yeah.
than 10:30 in the morning.
It could be the derby tomorrow. He doesn't give a.
No,
absolutely.
no. But the thing is, when I was playing football, I would.
You'd in
obviously-
hotels
I
and
would
stuff
never.
like-
No, I would never have stayed up that late anyway.
Of course,
I'd have
yeah.
been in bed at 10, and you'd have been next to me.
Yeah.
You know. And if there was any funny business, it would have been 8:30. 8:30 to 11. Netflix.
8:30 to 8:33. and then a bit
8:33.
of in between.
8:35. Gone.
But is it also
talking about maths? It's like that guy Ryan, the
Ryan,
psychopath.
yeah.
When he's
That he wouldn't
saying
go to the gym and all
if he
that.
goes to the gym, he's not gonna have sex.
Well, after it.
No,
before it.
the gym because it affects his testosterone, so
Yeah.
it doesn't build
You have heard
muscle.
that from Mike Tyson.
No, I totally get that.
That's what I was going
It's definitely a thing.
I was going to say,
Million percent.
in your professional career, was the
Shut up.
No, it does.
Sorry,
It does.
yeah, so was the fellas
So
in the
I'm talking as if I'm a doctor here. I'm very much not. But
Dr. Love, by the sound of it.
Dr. Loveland.
I'm just saying, like,
Dr. Cox.
when you like clinically, there'll be sex doctors out there that will say that when you finish as a man, you become more relaxed,
Sorry,
more
what did
chilled
you just
out,
say?
more
Yeah.
like not kind of.
Babe, you can't
Aggressive,
say
you lose
those
it.
words.
No,
we can't.
Because
No,
it just
no,
makes me sick.
No, but that is how.
You can't say that.
is how.
Reword that.
No, you
What's
just
your
not finish.
reword?
Change it to ejaculate.
No,
What
no.
you want me to say that
Do
word?
not change that to
Fucking, you
Finish
insane.
is the most politest way imaginable. I'm
saying
saying
you
that.
want me to say
When you finish as a man.
what? So ejaculate is a better word.
Yes.
Okay, so
When you
ejaculate,
finish as a man is the ultimate ick.
Oh, but ejaculate's fine.
I prefer ejaculate is more medical. It's more medical.
Sorry, Peter. Before
cannot-
we were so rudely interrupted.
I cannot believe that you want
You'd
me
rather
to
him say
say
ejaculate than
that
finish.
word.
That's baffling.
Finish is like, oh, when I finished, it's vile. I don't ever want to hear you say those words ever again.
I think that's not that bad.
It's just knocked
Am I
me
missing
sick.
something?
It's actually knocked me sick.
No, shut up, baby.
Honestly,
sorry.
I'm not even joking. It's
Anyway,
like,
we're
go.
distracting. So I remember, Mike
It definitely lowers, I would say, your
aggression levels, you kind of think you-
aggression.
yeah,
You
yeah,
never
yeah.
see, one of your famous quotes was, "You never see a soldier with a hard on." You
Yeah.
said to me once.
But that's the opposite.
But like what I'm saying is, you go into battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to be your hormone testosterone
saying-
at optimal level.
Yeah.
I think it lowers when you, I can't even say that word that you want me to
Ejaculate.
say. When that happens, I think that would definitely take down your testosterone.
And was the lads, Abby, before you jump
Yeah,
in,
but that's
was,
not going back to my anecdote about
Okay, yeah,
the
it's so
soldier.
slightly mismatched, yeah, I understand.
That's the wrong thing. It's saying he's preoccupied.
yeah,
to
all
have
right.
a
But
blah,
the
point
point that Pete's making,
Potato,
the
potato.
point that
is
Pete's making
definitely a thing.
was and I'm not asking to name anything like that.
But
Was
for
the people,
golf,
was the
I don't
people in your career when you were playing, who
100%,
you knew
yeah.
for a fact they would be like, "Oh, I'm not doing any of that."
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Was there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sleep in different bedrooms.
Really?
I used to sleep in different bedrooms, and that was
Absolutely didn't.
No, but
Don't be lying.
no, I did, babe. When we had the
Benitez
first
isn't
baby,
listening.
when we had our first baby,
Oh, you to have to optimal
because she was waking
sleep.
up every 2 hours.
have
I
optimal
said, "Look,
sleep.
babe, I've got a game tomorrow. I can't." That was a different
Yeah,
scenario.
yeah.
But in all honesty, I'd struggle before midnight. Anything after midnight, 1,000,000% no. But
Yeah.
anything before midnight, I'd struggle to. say
Yeah,
no
yeah,
to.
yeah.
But you would sleep a night before a match when you went in a hotel pre-game. I would say to Peter, go in a different bedroom if we had a newborn baby.
No, that's understandable. No, I understand that.
So we get optimal sleep because I'd be feeding the baby every 3 hours or whatever through the night.
But okay, all right.
But
So sorry again. If I can put this on,
it's not like sleep in a separate bedroom in case you
yeah.
ejaculate.
No, stop saying ejaculate.
So
will you? It's
now
knocking me
you're
sick.
You're like a pervert.
I can't believe you just called them up,
Turn
saying
into
finish,
like a
and then you're
mad
saying ejaculate like
pervert.
15 times. It's knocking me sick.
The way you say
That's
ejaculate
knocking me
every
sick.
second of the day.
Pete, next question,
Mad.
mate. You've done my head in there. Abby. Next question,
What was
Pete.
she talking
What
about?
are you on about?
That's a medical term.
No, but
You
what?
just love saying it, getting off on
Yeah,
it.
what are you saying? I do not want to hear you say that word again. Stop it.
Sicko.
You wronging.
Literally never heard. Never I've ever even heard you say that word.
I can't believe you
Pervert.
called them. Anyway.
I don't want to use slang for it.
Anyway, guys, this is Denim Crunch After Hours.
I don't want to use slang.
We've got through 2 questions.
I don't want to
We'll
use
be looking to
slang.
make a third.
I just want to use a medical term. which-
Therapy Crouch After Hours has been cancelled.
No, if you
Never again. Never
if you were
again.
in school, that's the term the teachers would use.
I know, but are we in school? And also, I don't know why you think finish is impolite. That's like the most politest way you can
Trying to say a word that we
Finish
You
use.
didn't say
is
sport
creepy.
Hold
or
on,
cum or
let's boil
fucking
this down.
splurge.
No, hold on, Ross. Let's boil this down, right? A finish is a term that you use in everyday life, right? Ejaculate.
I've never used it.
Oh,
I've
so
never,
finish.
Oh, so you
yeah,
say
I've never said finish.
yeah, but in
the
a
only
two
thing
o'clock
I've
in the-
finished is me dinner.
That's just like about Peter. I'm joking.
No, finish is creepy. It's like if a man says he's finished, it's like cocky.
Oh,
it's
I
like,
told you that one. Did say that one the other day about my mate. He's
It's like a 45-year-old man saying the word finish is not acceptable. It's just creepy.
Can't actually believe it.
Absolutely creepy. Just don't say it again.
Okay, so from now on, I'll say the word ejaculate.
I mean, maybe Michael.
This is one of the weirdest
No,
discussions.
it's like
What
it's
kind
like,
of a discussion
it's
is this?
Justin Timberlake-esque. And you know what we feel about him?
Next question. I'm over it.
We'll have to
Next
move
question.
on.
What would you say to Mark then?
I would say to him, you take it, especially golf. At 1:30, she's coming up. Like, I think it's totally fine. You'd be fine for golf. Just make sure you know, she doesn't want to talk to you afterwards.
No aftercare. There's zero aftercare going on.
What's that about? What does that even mean?
I just don't know anymore.
I think it's an ick that he's trying
I've
to
lost
get his
it.
beauty friggin' testosterone sleep in for amateur golf.
Hi, Abbey and Pete. Absolutely love the pod. It's honestly saved me on some very low days. My question's a bit of a weird one. My fiance keeps referring to me as the boss when we're around his family, but not in a sweet way. More like I'm some sort of prison warden. He's always joking about how I don't let him do things, and I've got him on a tight leash. I've never told him not to do anything.
What's wrong with that?
But now his mum gives me dirty looks, and his brother bought me a dog lead as a joke at Christmas. Oh my God. That's unbelievable.
Ask the boss.
I laughed it off, but I feel humiliated every time he does it. Is this just his way of coping with being in a relationship, or is it actually a red flag? I've got a quick one just to say before you answer the question. Like, that anyone who refers as like the boss,
I
or
know
like
so many people who do that.
her indoors,
Yeah.
or like what there's a few terms that are a bit
The
icky,
warden.
icky.
Yeah.
The warden.
You know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with those terms. The boss. Let me check with the boss.
Yeah.
You've said that.
No, but I think you'd say in a joke of
I wouldn't
it.
say boss.
So people we know say that because it sounds familiar to me.
Yeah,
Let me check with the
Let me
boss.
just check with the boss. It's quite a term that's used a lot.
But I feel like me saying it about or like Pete saying about Annaby, oh, go on, can you come out tonight for an extra bevy? Oh, let me check with the boss. That's not that bad, but your mate saying it to you about Abby, oh, do you
Without
wanna
her there?
Yeah. Do you need to go and check with the boss, do you? That then becomes a bit of a like snidey thing, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I would have it.
I don't
the
like
dog
it.
leash, by the
Equal.
way. Can we just, sorry, why are we talking about the boss?
Mate, what a legend.
I'm not talking about
Can I
the
just say
dog
what a
leash.
legend the brother is?
It's like it was like,
As if he's bought a dog lead.
Yeah.
it was like
Wow.
the other day. Do you remember when we were driving and I was laughing my head off? There was this like tiny little poodle,
How
like
tiny?
that big, with a muzzle on. And Pete was like, as if that dog's got a muzzle on.
Yeah, you never seen like it. It's one of those
It's a
dogs you
white
carry in your handbag,
fluffy-
right? Little
It
flea
was that
bag,
big,
little thing like
and,
that,
and a muzzle on. And Pete was
and
like,
a muzzle on it.
I was hysterical. Wasn't I? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
and we were just across the street. And as if, like, just randomly, I went, as if that dog's got a muzzle on.
You just web it.
What's he doing eating ants?
Hey, that banter by the brother's great, by the way.
I think it's good to have mutual respect. I think that's a good thing.
Has that gone too far, the dog leash?
The
No,
boss.
they're just being mean to this girl.
That's
I
a piss take. That I don't think. I think
I
that's
think
a
they're just
disrespect
being
thing.
mean to this girl.
It's a bit mean, isn't it?
No, it's not to the girls, to the fella.
No,
They bought him the dog leash, haven't they? To say he's on a short leash.
no, but they're like they clearly just don't like the girlfriend.
Well, they don't
So
like the fact that he's
anything
getting
he-
bullied.
Yeah.
No, but he might not be getting bullied if it doesn't agree with.
Do you know what? It's a bit like, yeah.
No,
Actually,
from
sorry,
grey area,
I
that-
missed that. I misunderstood
It's a grey
that.
area, that.
They're being nasty, but in their eyes, good for good reason.
She could be a twat.
She could be a
she could be a
complete
twat.
twat.
She's saying,
Or the mother-in-law and the family just don't like her, which
Yeah.
is also very common.
See, I'm not being funny. If you give a present like that, you're speaking to the rest of your family about, listen, I'm going to get this. Is that like they're going to go, oh yeah, she needs it. Like, get that. That's a joke. Like,
That's bullying.
yeah, it is a bit
That's
mean,
not
isn't it?
nice.
Nah.
but you know, maybe she should maybe look at herself first and just be like, you know, am I a bit too
Yeah, am I keeping on a tight leash?
restricting? Or, you know, but also they need to kind of
But
make,
men do need to be on a bit of a leash.
I like being on a leash.
Do
Sorry,
you like being
what?
on a bit of a leash?
no, I think
If I just
can you
made
get me one of those ones that you can
the
like
retractable,
yeah, no, I can go free for a while, but then you know you just press the button, it strangles my neck.
Like a choke collar.
Oh fuck!
I like one of the
Sorry.
blacky ones.
yeah.
Put on my balls.
But like I think a bit of a
Ours
leash.
is a loving leash.
A bit of a leash is like a little bit of a respect. Like, because if I just start to go, right, I'm going out tomorrow, I'm not telling you, or I'm doing this and doing that.
I'd say like, yeah, look, come on,
Yeah, exactly. It's
let's rein it back in, as they say. Rein it back in.
why do you hold? You don't hold reins. Like
Oh,
that.
listen to her.
You hold reins
Friggin'
like
hell.
this.
Oh, wait,
Have a look at her.
Fingers out.
Friggin' hell, Frankie Dettori over here. All right.
Baby Walsh.
All right, let's move on. Hi, Therapy Crouch. Hoping you guys can help with this one. I live with my boyfriend and we're really happy, except for one thing, his eating habits. Not only does he inhale his food, often with
I do that though.
often with his mouth open
I
and
wish I
loud
was more
enough
ladylike.
for everyone in the next room to hear, but he whips out the oddest combos that are giving me the ick big time. Like he dips his toast in orange juice. He eats cold baked beans out the tin.
I do that.
Vinegar.
Do you? Never seen you.
I don't have mushy peas.
I did it when I was pregnant.
He puts
I just
ketchup on
wanted the
roast
metal
dinners.
taste when I was pregnant of the tin with cold beans.
Yeah, but pregnant's different. That's
Pregnant's different, but you know,
I do
bloody
mushy peas because
Lucinda.
I'm too impatient.
Lucinda's got a new recipe: salt and vinegar hula hoops over a tub of coleslaw at 2 a.m.
I can fuck with that.
2 a.m. similar to pregnant. though.
Mate, you're saying that right. That sounds good to me.
2 a.m. similar to pregnant. No,
Yeah.
it's not. You know, you're not thinking straight.
Yeah,
He also puts ketchup on roast dinners,
No.
even on his Yorkshire pudding.
I've seen that.
I don't like.
That's not
I don't
outrageous.
like
No, that's
ketchup.
outrageous.
I don't like ketchup.
I actually played with a French player, right? And he said to me that if you cook the dish correctly,
Yeah.
the correct sauces on your food, you know, with when you're making it, you don't need condiments, you don't need tomato ketchup, you don't need brown sauce.
Yeah. I've
So-
heard that before, yeah,
yeah.
because you season it right, like all that
What I'm
palaver, like
saying,
the
yeah.
taste, it should taste how you fucking want
So
it
he's
to.
saying, I've only ever seen that in England, people using so much
Yeah.
tomato
But
sauce.
I think you would say that for any European, any Greek, Italian, Spanish,
Exactly right.
any person,
Totally.
they are gobsmacked when we put ketchup on our food
Gobsmacked.
because they eat natural food.
But also, can we just whatever the French think, putting fucking tomato ketchup on a roast dinner is scandalous. I think who's ever done that?
Also
Mint
the-
sauce, fine. Cranberry, fine. Bit of French mustard, Dijon, I'll allow it. Fucking ketchup on a roast dinner.
No,
I don't
it's
even
an
like.
issue.
I don't even like cranberry or apple sauce.
No, I don't love a roast dinner, but I
I don't
can't.
love a roast dinner.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What do you
John
think about his,
doesn't either.
what do you think about his eating habits though? Obviously, if he's chewing like that, like it's not acceptable.
It isn't. It isn't. Is it? If it's, did you say the parents are fine as well? The family are all right. Like,
You know what's in the cats and the kittens.
That's so profound.
you're fucking great
It's very profound.
No, it is.
No, brilliant.
Like
Great saying, I've not heard it.
That's just etiquette and manners.
What
like,
is in the cats and the kittens? You're so right.
It's unbelievable.
The apple doesn't fall from off trees. What you're saying,
Absolutely.
essentially. Yeah.
It's cute in my one.
Yeah. It's nice. It's
Yeah,
nice.
cat and the kittens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just manners. Like when we try and make our feral children sit down when we're eating and they won't. I was like, walk around every mealtime. I mean, be like, why won't you just sit down?
No, yeah, Johnny
It's like
tries to
nuts.
stand up to eat. I'm like, just sit
Yeah.
down right now.
Yeah.
It's not
So
acceptable.
bizarre.
And
Did you
yeah,
grow out of it though? You do see it. Like even like it's funny, isn't it? How even though I've been coming here all the time, like seeing our baby Sophia. Well, not a baby anymore. Like go from like a little that kid teen to like adult. I don't know, teenager to
Well,
teenager.
when you think
Did
about
grow
it-
out of all like those weird habits? Don't they?
it's like reading. Like everyone says, oh, you've got to read by the time you're 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
You're always going to read.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
going to learn it. But like,
Not
then-
necessarily.
if you think about it, imagine a grown adult like out for dinner at
Yeah.
35, walking around the restaurant while he's got his dinner on the table. Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to grow out of it.
Not being able to
Yeah,
read the menu.
Sophia's going to be on a date and she's 21, like, strolling around like halfway through her dinner.
I will say, eating habits are one of those things because it's an intimate party and relationship. Dinner like a romantic meal. That's something that can really get under your skin. If you got bad eating habits and you sat there and you go,
See, that wouldn't.
you want to kick their
wouldn't-
fucking head in.
wouldn't
Yeah,
cross
that's
my
think-
very,
mind at
very
all.
true.
That's bullshit. That is
No, you
imagine
wouldn't
you go
like
for a
it.
meal. All right, imagine Pete pissed you off before you get or during the meal, and then suddenly he sat there and he's going,
You want to stab
he's
him
spitting
with
stuff
a
out. Yeah,
fork,
he's dribbling gravy down his chin. You're gonna want to kick his fucking head in even more.
pouring ketchup on my soup.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Peter,
Abby, come on, you know
I have
that.
the most ladylike eating habits. I do inhale.
No, never once have I looked over a table and thought, God, stay
Look at
there.
that! Look at that fucking scruff.
I have thought that at times. But it was nothing to do with your eating habit.
But that's because we love each other so much.
I do love you, you know. And I think that's a nice place to finish.
I think so as well.
I actually really do love you.
I love you.
You all right?
I enjoyed Telly Crouch After Hours.
I did as
maybe
well.
once in a blue moon treat though.
Have we finished?
Have you ejaculated? Please.
I'm finishing. We're finished.
We're finished.
Put that fucking telly on.